Prologue. In the heart of a colossal laboratory, nestled within the confines of an imposing Imperial research facility, a momentous experiment unfolds. Scientists, their faces etched with a mixture of anticipation and trepidation, meticulously prepare for the culmination of years of research and innovation. At the center of their endeavor lies the tantalizing prospect of harnessing the cataclysmic power of matter-antimatter annihilation. The atmosphere crackles with energy as streams of antimatter contained within shimmering magnetic fields converge with carefully calibrated quantities of matter. The collision, when it comes, is nothing short of breathtaking, a dazzling display of raw, unfettered power as particles and antiparticles annihilate each other in a spectacular burst of energy. Amidst the chaos, a beam of pure incandescent light emerges, slicing through the darkness with awe-inspiring intensity. Its trajectory, guided by the precision of scientific calculation, is a testament to the meticulous planning that has gone into this monumental endeavor. As the beam extends into the void of space, it carries with it the potential for both creation and destruction, a potent symbol of humanity's insatiable thirst for knowledge and the boundless possibilities that lie beyond. Yet lurking beneath its radiant exterior, there exists a profound sense of unease, a recognition of the awesome responsibility that comes with wielding such immense power. And so, against the backdrop of the cosmos, a beam of energy is born, a testament to the ingenuity of those who dare to push the boundaries of scientific exploration, and a harbinger of the profound implications that await those who seek to unlock the secrets of the universe. In the vast expanse of space, aboard the orbiting mining platform Stardust, one man's journey will shape the fate of the galaxy. Emperor Palpatine is seated on a grand throne with Darth Vader standing beside him. Galen, Erso, and Orson Krennic stand before them in a spacious chamber within the opulent Imperial Palace on the planet Corsica. Emperor Palpatine, steepling his fingers. "Ah, Dr. Erso, Director Krennic, I trust your progress on the mining station project has been satisfactory." Galen, Erso, nodding. "Yes, Your Majesty. We've made significant advancements in optimizing the station's capabilities for extracting minerals from planetoids and asteroids. Our goal is to streamline the supply chain for raw materials across the Empire." Orson Krennic, with a confident nod. "Indeed, Emperor, with Dr. Erso's expertise in crystallography, we've been able to enhance the efficiency of the station's laser systems, ensuring precise targeting and extraction." Emperor Palpatine, leaning forward. "Excellent. However, I have a question regarding the station's capabilities." Galen, Erso, intrigued. "Of course, Your Majesty. What would you like to know?" Emperor Palpatine, fixing his gaze on Galen. "How large would the station need to be to, say, obliterate a planet?" Galen, Erso, taken aback. "Obliterate a planet, Your Majesty?" Darth Vader, intervening. "The Emperor seeks to understand the extent of our mining station's power, Doctor. Provide him with the necessary calculations." Galen, Erso, curiously. "Well, how large of a planet would you like to consider?" Emperor Palpatine. Pausing for a moment, he stares at Galen. "Use Alderaan." "Yes, Alderaan. It will make a fine example. Proceed, Doctor." Galen, Erso, gathering his thoughts. "Very well, Your Majesty. Assuming we utilize the station's laser systems to fracture the planet, we would need to account for the gravitational binding energy of Alderaan, which is approximately..." Galen pauses thoughtfully for a moment. Emperor Palpatine waits patiently. Galen, Erso, nervously clearing his throat. "Well, To calculate the energy required to destroy a planet like Alderaan, for example, we would need to consider. Galen pauses again. Emperor Palpatine, eyes gleaming with anticipation. Yes, go on. The orbiting mining platform Stardust sits against the backdrop of space around Hesperidium, one of the 4 moons of Coruscant. On approach to the docking bay, Galen Erso's spacecraft lands in the station's main hangar. Galen Erso, stepping out of the spacecraft, is greeted by his wife Lyra and young daughter Jin. The family makes their way to their quarters, located on the main mezzanine of the mining station. Lyra: welcome home, Galen. How was your meeting with the Emperor? Galen: brushing off. Oh, you know, the usual, just discussing business. As they enter, a cleaning droid BBR-6 is seen bustling around the apartment. Lyra: suspiciously, I don't trust those Imperial meetings, Galen. What did they want from you this time? Galen: nonchalantly. Lyra: the Empire provides for us. We must do our part. Lyra: but at what cost, Galen? You know their true intentions. Galen: defensively, I'm not interested in politics, Lyra. I'm a scientist, not a rebel. At the dinner table, Galen and Lyra sit across from each other, their plates half empty as they engage in conversation. Lyra, furrowing her brows. Galen: I can't shake this feeling of unease about the Empire. You know they're not to be trusted. Galen, sighing. Lyra, we've been over this. The Empire provides stability, security. Without them, who knows what chaos would ensue? Lyra, shaking her head. Stability for whom, Galen? Certainly not for the worlds they've conquered, the lives they've destroyed. Galen, defensively. And what would you have us do, Lyra? Rebel against the most powerful force in the galaxy? Lyra, passionately. Maybe it's time someone stood up to them, fought for what's right. Galen, shaking his head. You know I'm not cut out for that kind of life, Lyra. I'm a scientist, not a soldier. Lyra, softening her tone. I know, Galen, but we have a daughter to think about. What kind of world are we leaving her? Galen, gently. We're leaving her a world where she's safe, where she has food on the table and a roof over her head. Isn't that enough? Lyra, looking down at her plate, troubled. I don't know, Galen. I just don't know. The conversation falls into a somber silence as they both contemplate the uncertain future that lies ahead. After dinner, Galen retires to his study to continue his work, assisted by his technical AI computer named Maisie-1. Galen, muttering to himself, let's see, the size of the reactor needed to fracture a planet like Alderaan. Interrupted by Jin entering the room. Jin, excitedly she yells, Daddy! Galen, smiling, Hey, Stardust, what brings you here? Jin climbs onto Galen's lap as he continues his work. Jin, softly speaking, Daddy, why do you call me Stardust? Galen, chuckling, because you're my little Stardust, and the station, well, that's named after you. Jin looks puzzled. Galen, smiling. Ah, you look a little puzzled, sweetheart. You see, everything in the universe, including us, is made up of tiny particles called atoms. And these atoms were forged in the hearts of stars billions of years ago. Jin, a little puzzled, says, Stars? Galen, grinning widely. Yes, stars. They're like gigantic furnaces in the sky, burning bright and creating all the elements that make up our world. So in a way, we're all made of stardust. Jin, surprised. Wow, really? Galen softly says, Really? And that's what makes you so special, Jin? You're made of the same stuff as the stars themselves. Jin, wide-eyed. That's amazing. Galen, and that's not all. You know the mining station we live on, Stardust? Jin, tilting her head and looking at her father, replies, "Yeah? Galen? Well, it's called Stardust because it's where we mine raw materials from asteroids and planetoids, just like the ones the stars create. So in a way, the station is named after you, because it's all about collecting the same stardust that makes you special." Jin, grinning, "So I'm like a little star, just like the ones up in the sky?" Galen, lovingly he says, "Exactly, sweetheart. You're my little star, shining bright in the vastness of space." They share a tender moment before Jin hugs her father tightly and giggles. Galen, tucking Jin into bed, "Good night, Stardust." He returns to his study, resuming his calculations with Maisie 1, while Jin drifts off to sleep, dreaming of the stars. Galen starts working diligently, the hum of the station's machinery echoing in the background. Little does Galen know, his work will soon thrust him into a battle for the very soul of the galaxy. Eventually, Galen nods off to sleep at his console.
Greetings, citizens of the Galactic Empire. It is I, C-3PO, here to relay a message from the illustrious Jabba the Hutt. Jabba wishes to inform you all about his latest venture, beauty supplies. Yes, you heard correctly. Jabba the Hutt, in all his royal splendor, is now offering the finest Hutt beautification supplies this side of Tatooine. To get your hands, or tentacles, on these fabulous products, all you need to do is subscribe to Jabba's YouTube channel. That's right, simply hit that subscribe button, and you'll gain access to the latest in lipstick, eyeliner, and more. Jabba demands your subscription. Failure to comply may result in an unexpected trip to the Great Pit of Carcoon. Yes, you heard me correctly. Jabba. Oh dear, it seems Jabba is not pleased, and it appears I have made a slight miscalculation in my translation. Well, it seems I must be going now. Farewell, and may the Force be with you.
Galen, Erso, and Emperor Palpatine are in a study room within the Imperial Palace on the planet Corsica. The room is adorned with grandiose Imperial symbols and artifacts. Galen Erso stands before Emperor Palpatine, a datapad in hand, ready to explain the derivation of gravitational binding energy. Galen Erso, Your Majesty, to understand the gravitational binding energy of a celestial body, we start with the concept of gravitational potential energy. Emperor Palpatine. Nodding, continue. With confidence, Galen Erso speaks. The gravitational potential energy, U, between 2-point masses, M1 and M2, separated by a distance r, is given by the formula U equals sign minus G times M1 times M2 divided by r, where G is the gravitational constant. Emperor Palpatine, go on. Galen Erso, for a small mass element at a distance, r, from the center of mass of a planet, we'll use the expressions for M1 and M2 in terms of density, rho, and radius, r, where M1 equals sign 4pi times r square times rho, and M2 equals sign 4pi times r square times rho. Now, substituting these into the formula for gravitational potential energy, we get U equals sign minus G times 4πr squared times density times the quantity 4pi r squared times the density divided by r. Emperor Palpatine. Following along, I see. Galen Erso, simplifying, we find U equals sign minus 16 divided by 3 times pi squared times G times r to the 4th power as rho squared. Now, integrating over the entire volume of the planet, we find the total gravitational potential energy, U. Galen Erso pauses, U equals sign minus G times 16 divided by 15 times pi squared times r to the 5th power. Emperor Palpatine smiles. Fascinating. What comes next? Galen Erso, well, as we know, gravitational binding energy is the positive magnitude of this potential energy. By taking the absolute value, we find E sub b equals sign 16 divided by 15 times pi squared times g times the density squared times the radius to the fifth power. Since the density of a planet is given by rho equals sign mass divided by volume, where the volume is 4/3 pi, times radius cubed. We can now substitute this into the previous equation to get the binding energy in terms of the planet's mass and radius. U equals sign 3/5 times g times mass squared divided by r. This equation gives us the amount of energy to break apart a planetoid. Emperor Palpatine, impressed. Excellent work, Dr. Erso. Your understanding of celestial mechanics is truly remarkable. Galen Erso, performing quick calculations. Given Alderaan's mass and size, the mining station would need to generate a laser output of, pauses dramatically, approximately 10 to the 38 joules to overcome its gravitational binding energy and cause catastrophic fragmentation. Emperor Palpatine, impressed, remarkable. And could our station produce such a formidable energy output? Galen Erso, cautiously giving a reply, I would need time to calculate the size of the reactor to produce the necessary power. Orson Krennic, proudly, with Dr. Erso's advancements in crystal focusing technology, Your Majesty, I have no doubt that our station is more than capable of such a feat. Emperor Palpatine, nodding approvingly, excellent. Your insights are invaluable, Doctor. Continue your work diligently, and the Empire shall reap the rewards. Report back to me once you have completed your analysis. As the briefing ends, Galen Erso sees a chilling glimpse into the Empire's sinister intentions and the true potential of the mining station project. Emperor Palpatine dismisses Orson Krennic and Galen Erso. Before leaving Galen, Erso kneels. Thank you, Your Majesty. I am honored to serve the Empire. The dialogue ends with Galen Erso feeling a sense of pride in his contribution to the Empire's scientific endeavors, while Emperor Palpatine sees the potential of harnessing such knowledge for his own purposes.
We interrupt your scheduled program to hear from our glorious Emperor.
Welcome, citizens of the Galactic Empire. I stand before you not just as your Emperor, but as a guide to a greater understanding of the Force. Today, I implore you to embark on a journey unlike any other. A journey to embrace the power of the dark side. A journey that begins with a simple click. On my YouTube channel, you will find the secrets of the Sith, the wisdom of the ages, and the path to true power. From tutorials on mastering the Force choke to insightful discussions on galactic domination, there is something for everyone. Join me, and together we will unlock the full potential of the dark side. With each subscription, you take a step closer to realizing your true destiny. Do not fear the darkness, for within it lies strength, power, and unlimited potential. So, I say to you, citizens of the Galactic Empire, click the subscribe button and your journey to the dark side will begin. Together, we shall rule the galaxy as master and subscribers. You will serve the Force always.
We will now resume your normal program.